Hi, this is Dr. Michael Bogart with Aspect Ministries, and I wanted to show you not only the deck that I built, but also my fire pit. So if you're into DIY, do-it-yourself projects, and this is something you're interested in, I'd like to show you what I did. It doesn't take a lot of tools. It doesn't take a lot of expertise. Okay, here's the deck. I built the deck out of wood that had been part of a previous deck. You can see down below we installed a swim spa. The deck was in the place where the swim spa is now. So I salvaged the wood. I, of course, added some other wood that I bought, and then I built that deck up above to kind of just sit and enjoy while other people swim, or to do whatever you want. And so I decided to build a fire pit as well. I'm going to come over here and show you the fire pit. As you can see, I laid some concrete blocks up against the uphill edge of the deck, just so that dirt wouldn't wash underneath it, and just so people wouldn't step off and sprain their ankle or whatever. So I laid about 8 or 9 of these along the uphill edge of the deck, and then to make it look a little nicer, I capped these concrete blocks off with these landscaping blocks. And you can see I just removed this one and I'll put it back in place. Okay, so now that's back in place. I put a little one on the end just because I couldn't fit the big one. All right, so then I decided to build a fire pit on the uphill side of the deck and attach it to these landscape blocks. So I got some more of the concrete blocks. I believe I got 9 of them. So it's 3 blocks wide and 3 blocks deep, and you can see how I've got it laid out. It's the widest, it's wider than it is long. And I just sank them about 4 inches into the earth. The landscape blocks are about 8 inches tall by about 16 inches long. So anyway, I just sank them about 4 inches into the dirt, kind of leveled them up. And you can see how I did that. And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to take these other landscape blocks and I'm going to put them on top to kind of make them look a little nicer. And then I'm going to put the pavers inside as a floor for the fire pit. I don't know if you can see this, but this rag here covers a drain hole. So I got some of this drain pipe. You can see the other end of it sticking down here, and I've got it buried just so that water doesn't build up in the bottom of the fire pit when it rains. So it's covered down below the level, and then the end is inside here, and I'm going to get a drain cover for that. The rag is just there to plug up so that the dirt doesn't get in. I don't know if you can see, but I have staggered the back blocks so that the cracks from the cinder blocks below are kind of in the middle. That makes for a stronger structure. I'll make sure some dirt is up against the backs of those top landscape blocks, and then I'll finish the sides and we'll see what we've got. Okay, you can see something that looks kind of like the finished product. I don't know what I'm going to do about the very closer ends here, the 2 ends. I think right at the moment, since I can't fit another landscape block on either side, not even the smaller versions, the smaller sizes, I think what I'll do is I'll just maybe dig some of that dirt out that I put in there, and I will fill it in with concrete and probably call it good. By the way, I have this spacer board in here, as you can see, and that's to make sure that water doesn't seep through the cracks and get onto my deck. So that's there to prevent that. As I say, I'll get a cover, a drain cover, so the water can drain. And then I'll show you the finished product when I get the landscape pavers in. I'll try that tomorrow. Okay, this is my finished product of my fire pit. And you can see that I've put the flagstones down, the stepping stones down in that same concrete color. And then I don't know if you can see by the side that I had some bricks, some red bricks that I put over on each side just to kind of make sure it's lined. And then there's that place right there for the drain when I get the drain. I don't have that yet. So I guess this really isn't the finished product. But let me show you what it's going to look like with the fire pit in. Okay, so this is my fire pit installed. Now that's an old one. It's been around for, oh, I don't know. I probably had it for about 8 years. So it's seen better days, but you get the idea of what it looks like. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting another one later this year, maybe my birthday or Christmas or something. That's how it's going to look, and people can sit around. You see this is the finished deck. People can sit around on the deck, and normally the wind is blowing from this direction, so it's coming like that. So hopefully the smoke is all going to be blown uphill. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm going to probably make just a little bit more of an extension with some stepping stones around the sides and back of the fire pit so people can move their chairs if needed. So there you go. And it was easy. Didn't take me very long, and it didn't take any real skill. Maybe you can build something like this in your backyard. So that's it. This is Dr. Michael Bogart with Aspect Ministries. And by the way, my specialty is Bible and Christian ministry. You go to aspectministries.com. We've got a lot of articles and videos that have to do with Bible issues, the fact that the Bible is reliable, and its information is very relevant to today. In fact, there are depths in it that would basically amaze most people if they just knew. My wife has a whole series called Her Life in the Fishbowl about women in ministry. I think you'll really enjoy it. So I've got the 5-minute Bible guides, the Undiscovered Bible, Making Sense of the Chosen, and many other lines of videos and articles. Hope to see you there at aspectministries.com.